all of the values that you consider to be intrinsically American, they're all English. They all stem from the English common law. They didn't have it in France. They didn't have it in Ireland. They definitely didn't have it in what wasn't even Italy at the time. You understand that Italy as a country didn't even exist until the mid-19th century. You know, Garibaldi, ring a bell? And so none of the traditions of those various great nations had anything to do with the foundation of the United States of America. And if you read the preamble to the Constitution, you can see that it is for the Founding Fathers and their posterity, not people who might happen to have lived in that geographical location before, and not people who might happen to show up later. You know, so I mean, these are just the facts. Now, obviously, you have to deal with the situation as it stands. You know, the Irish are more fundamentally compatible with American tradition, heritage, and culture than, you know, the Nigerians. You know, so there's a limit. But you also need to keep in mind is that the Irish have a fundamentally different perspective. That's why, you know, they tend to be very pro-immigration, because great-great-granddad was an immigrant. And if we don't accept immigrants, I mean, you can actually see this line of reasoning being used in articles today, especially by Jewish columnists who talk about how their grandmother and grandfather arrived and they love this country and blah, blah, blah. And then they promptly turn around and try to ban the First Amendment. Why? Because they're not American. It's not part of their value system. You know, this is not rocket science. This is very, very easy. Monk Tyson says, why are we talking about the past, USA? We're not living in the past. No, and that's the point. You're not living in America. You're not living in a free republic. You're living in a globalist occupied government that rules over you like a conquered people. That's the situation that you're in. You know, so you if you want to understand what you're facing, you have to look to the past and see how things have changed.